それもやっぱそのボクシングっていうものが好きだから、なんかそのボクシングっていう、ステに行った時はもうそういうモード入っちゃうんじゃないですかね。その時は、やっぱり人間変わりますよね。
On the bread, now!
Swing that body, swing it, swing them hard, swing them as hard as you can.
Okay.
These guys after 12.
How would you describe your energy in this camp?
と向き合っていいトレーニングが積めてますし、ボクシング自体
He's really focused on being the
Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani sharpen both body and mind, pushing through intense training with relentless focus, pride, and determination as fight night approaches and glory comes within reach.
やっぱり、ボクシングが好きだから、もうそれが一番ですね。はい。もう好きでなければ、もう多分とっくにやめてると思うし、それだけ自分がこう納得するような結果ってものはもう出せてると思うので、あとはもう本当にボクシングが好きっていう、もうそれだけですね。
Naoya Inoue says his pride continues to drive him forward, and as long as he stays number one, he will keep pushing himself to keep winning fights.
Okay.
今はでも自分のことだけです。はい。やっぱりああいういろんなスパーリングとかにしても、後輩に見せたくないですからね。まだまだ、自分もプレイヤーとしてやってるし、それだけの意志があるし、負けられないっていう気持ちもあるんで、自分がやってるそのパフォーマンスを見て盗めとはならないです。やっぱりまだまだ自分がトップでやってる以上はプライドもあるんで、そういった気持ち。なんかそういう気持ちが多分なくなってきたら、こう、格闘家として弱まっていくんだろう。
In his own way, he trains hard every day, fully determined to prove himself as the true top fighter and show the world his strength, skill, and champion mindset.
最高の試合を見せてやろうと。
Shingo Inoue says Naoya Inoue stays fully focused in training, and when his focus is sharp, he becomes stronger and capable of winning any fight. Inoue also says he wants to challenge himself before age catches up with him, aiming to face every difficult matchup ahead and test his limits in boxing.
ですけど、集中力ですよね。やっぱり集中してると、その場その場の瞬間判断がやっぱりいち早くやっぱりできると思うんですよ。やっぱりその気を抜いたりとか一切しないで、その
Junto Nakatani's trainer, Rudy Hernandez, says he is a disciplined fighter who listens carefully, absorbs everything, and fully trusts his coach without questioning his guidance.
わからないんですけど、もうそこの決まった、その数試合を色濃くしっかりとなんかこう悔いなくやってもらえたらいいのかなっていう、もうそこだけですかね。それをやれば必ず結果ついてくると思ってるんで。
はい。ちょっとフェザー級になると、この体重もまだそこまで足りてるわけじゃないし、フィジカル的にもまだ問題な面があるので、不安と楽しみと、だそういう気持ちがあるから本当にこう追求して。
Junto Nakatani spars in the gym with intensity, sharpening his skills, improving his timing, and preparing himself to face stronger opponents in future fights.
Junto's one of the best boxing students that I've ever met. You know, from the day one, he came to the gym with an open mind, and he's never questioned anything that we've ever done. He executes.
He works hard on the punching bags, building power, speed, and endurance while focusing on perfecting every strike during long and demanding training sessions.
The difference is that you push too much. No need to push. Just stay. You know, no need to push. Just stay. Punch. You push, you punch. So just stay. Try a little bit. Bounce. Have the bounce. Stay low. Don't like too high. Five. Sound better?
Junto Nakatani says he learned boxing his own way and believes no matter what opponent stands before him, he has the ability and confidence to win. He focuses on strength and conditioning training, improving his physical fitness, stamina, and durability to stay ready for the challenges of high-level competition.
I think more faster, also more damage and more easy, more control. More relaxed, less energy, more power. Same power, but.
Teddy Atlas says that many people are underestimating how skilled Junto Nakatani really is. He believes fans often focus too much on Naoya Inoue and overlook the real danger Nakatani would bring to the matchup. According to Teddy Atlas, there's a genuine risk that Nakatani could beat Inoue if they ever share the ring. He explains that Nakatani is not just a talented fighter, but a complete boxer with strong fundamentals, serious punching power, and high ring intelligence. Because of these qualities, Atlas stresses that the fight would not be one-sided at all. He also emphasizes that Nakatani is too good to be dismissed, and his skill set makes him a live threat in any division. In his view, the matchup is far more competitive than most fans assume, and it deserves serious respect from boxing analysts and supporters alike.
You get good sleep?
Yeah, good rest.
You ready for the training?
Yes, now fresh.
約2ヶ月間試合前一緒にいます。基本的にはマッサージを、特に疲労が溜まっているところに関しては針アキパンクチャーをします。
よくジュントが言うのは、生きてきた環境だったり、
Tim Bradley gives his thoughts on this fight and says that Junto Nakatani has a very good chance of beating Naoya Inoue. He believes it would be a highly competitive matchup because Nakatani carries a dangerous overhand shot that has troubled many fighters before. He points out that Inoue has been hit with similar punches in past fights, including against Jason Maloney, and has shown moments of vulnerability when opponents timed him correctly. Bradley explains that Nakatani has excellent timing, especially with his straight left and backhand, which could be very effective against aggressive fighters like Inoue.
They shouldn't fight him at the right time, but that's the kind of fight you don't jump, because that could upset the apple cart. He's that good. I'm not saying he beats Inoue.
Tim Bradley also breaks down Junto Nakatani's style, saying he fights like a bow and arrow, using his lead hand to control distance before launching powerful shots. He notes that Nakatani uses angles very well and can counter opponents as they rush in. He adds that Naoya Inoue sometimes has a habit of crossing his feet when closing distance, which could create openings. Overall, Bradley believes Nakatani is not only dangerous but also highly technical, and if he times things right, he can absolutely challenge or even beat Inoue in a high-level fight.
He has a damn good chance of beating him, man. It's gonna be, he's gonna have to catch Inoue offline. He has that offline shot that Inoue gets hit with quite often. Carnitas was able to hit him with an offline shot. Neri was able to hit him and hurt him with an offline shot, man. And yeah, Nakatani, he has those offline shots, especially with that backhand. And he can walk him into it. Inoue still has a bad habit of crossing his feet. He'll cross that lead foot. That's what happened when he fought against Carnitas. He crossed the front foot first. He stepped with the front foot to close the distance instead of the back foot to go right. And he brought his head closer to his opponent. That's the reason why Carnitas was able to...
Jesse Rodriguez explains why he believes Naoya Inoue would beat Junto Nakatani, while also saying he is very interested in watching the fight and seeing the true winner. He states that Inoue comes out on top because he has been in boxing much longer and has significantly more experience at the elite championship level. According to Rodriguez, that experience gap is crucial in high-pressure situations where even small mistakes can completely change the outcome of a fight. He gives full respect to Nakatani, describing him as a highly skilled and dangerous boxer with great potential. However, he still slightly leans toward Inoue due to his proven dominance. exceptional ring IQ, and consistent success against top-level opposition. In Rodriguez's view, both fighters are elite, but Inoue's experience and composure in big fights give him the edge in this match.
Knockout that Nakatani did against Maloney. Yeah, man, something like that can happen. You know, I noticed that even though like Nakatani, he has a type of style where, you know, he's like, I don't know, it's like he's born like a bow and arrow. You know what I mean? Like you give a person a bow and arrow, and he pull that thing back and it's released, and then, you know, then take off and run and try to hide behind something, you know, and pull that bow and arrow back and release. That's the style that, like, for me, Nakatani has. You know, he has that fencing type of style up front where he uses that lead hand.
Naoya Inoue says he has a lot of respect for Junto Nakatani and believes he has improved greatly over time. He explains that Nakatani has grown as a fighter, gaining more experience and becoming much more complete inside the ring. Inoue acknowledges his skill, discipline, and development as a top-level boxer. In return, Nakatani also shows the same respect toward Inoue, praising his achievements and dominance in boxing. Both fighters recognize each other's abilities, and this mutual respect highlights how highly they view each other as elite champions in the sport today.
It's a fight, just because he has more experience. He's been in the weight division longer than Nakatani has, so I do favor Inoue, but Nakatani.
Paulie Malignaggi says he doesn't even know what to think anymore in this sport, but he still felt it was a good fight overall. He adds that the bout leaves more questions than answers, especially regarding how to rate Junto Nakatani at 122 pounds. According to Malignaggi, many fans believe Nakatani could be a real threat to Naoya Inoue, even potentially beating him, which makes the discussion more interesting. He explains that Inoue has a completely different style compared to Nakatani, and if they ever fight, it would not be a fast-paced brawl, but more of a technical chess match.
ふさわしい試合をここ最近しているので、すごくリスペクトも評価も高いと思います。
And Junto, I was going to ask you, you're now in a new weight division. You two are now both in the same division. He has all of the world titles. Are you now starting to study a lot more of his fights as a potential opponent?
はい、何試合か現地でも見させてもらったりしているので、そこら辺でイメージはさせてもらってますね。
Do you think your style matches up very well?
Because of that, Paulie Malignaggi warns people not to overreact to Junto Nakatani's struggles in this fight. Some fans, he says, may even shift their prediction from Nakatani to Naoya Inoue. But personally, he hasn't fully decided who would win. Malignaggi adds that Nakatani showed solid power and clean punching, but also notes that Inoue has been hurt before and even dropped at this weight, meaning Nakatani's power could still be a real factor. However, he also highlights Inoue's elite skill level and ring IQ, saying he handled his recent fight comfortably. Overall, he believes it's a very difficult matchup to predict, and one that would depend heavily on timing, tactics, and who can impose their style first.
Beat Inoue, you know? So this fight sort of leaves you wondering. But I will say, Naoya Inoue has a completely different style. You know, it's not going to be that bring a fast pace to Nakatani constantly. It's going to be more of a technical fight between Inoue and Nakatani if and when they do fight. So I'm not sure that the struggles here in this fight today for Nakatani are something that you overthink too much. I know some people that I know are kind of are thinking a little bit too much now and saying that, or they may even change their pick from Nakatani to Inoue when that fight does happen. But I'm not quite so sure about that. Not that I was picking Nakatani or Inoue yet. I really hadn't really made up my mind who would win between them. I thought it was a good fight anyway. I don't think it's an easy fight to pick, but I do think that I do think that.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.